High on a rocky cliff, overlooking the wide blue sea, stood a lighthouse, strong, steady, and glowing in the morning light. It had guided sailors home for many years, standing tall through storms and darkness, and today it would witness something truly magical. Seraphina had always loved the sea. It reminded her of her mother, who had shared stories of the ocean's magic, the mysterious creatures below the waves, and the fairies that danced on the water at sunset. Though her mother couldn't be there today, Seraphina knew that her love was as big as the ocean itself. Wherever the waves touched the shore, her mother's love was there, just like the sea was always with her. As a child, Seraphina had visited the lighthouse, often pretending to be a mermaid, watching over her ocean kingdom. The lighthouse had always felt like home. Today would be the place where Seraphina would celebrate a new adventure, filled with magic and wonder. It was said that the lighthouse could make wishes come true, if you truly believed. So when Seraphina stepped into the lighthouse, she closed her eyes and whispered a secret, a wish for happiness, love, and a bright future. The sea breeze carried the scent of a blooming jasmine, and the air was alive with excitement. Seraphina stood at the top of the lighthouse, her white dress flowing like ocean waves, and her curly black hair decorated with spring flowers. Her heart fluttered as she thought of the ceremony ahead, a celebration not only for magic, but of the love that had always been there. Her best friend Skyler stood beside her. Together they had faced many adventures, stormy nights, exciting journeys, and days filled with fun. Skyler had always been there, listening to her dreams and stories of the sea. But today was different. Today Skyler was standing beside her as her future partner, and not just a friend. Her friends and family gathered to witness the moment, and as the bells of the lighthouse rang, Seraphina stepped forward. The wind twirled around her, carrying a feeling of something magical in the air. Suddenly a soft tinkling sound filled the space, like the sound of tiny bells made of water. "The sea fairies!" Seraphina gasped. And then, glowing figures appeared no bigger than fireflies. They danced in the air, their wings sparkling like sunlight on water, leaving trails of silver mist behind them. The fairies' laughter sounded like a gentle song. As the fairies danced, a small robin with feathers as red as the sunset fluttered down from the lighthouse. It landed gently on Seraphina's shoulder and chirped a familiar sweet tune. Seraphina smiled as the robin sang, just like her mother used to hum when she was a little girl. The sea fairies whispered to Seraphina, "Your mother's love is as wide as the sea, and it will always be with you, just like we are always here with you in the wind, the waves, and the stars." Seraphina's heart felt light and full of joy. She knew that her mother's love was everywhere, and she wasn't alone. The lighthouse shone brighter, the waves sparkled, and the sky turned a deep blue filled with magic. Seraphina turned to Skyler, her eyes sparkling with happiness. He took her hands and smiled. Like the tide to the shore, we'll always find our way back. And as they laughed, the sun peeked out from behind the clouds, covering them in a golden light. The robin chirped one last sweet note before flying off into the sky, leaving a trail of happiness behind. The lighthouse stood tall, shining its light over the sea, a symbol of love, magic, and friendship. The fairies' magic twinkled in the air, and with a soft shimmer, the lighthouse seemed to glow even brighter. It was as if the lighthouse itself had granted a wish, a new chapter of love and adventure for Seraphina and Skyler. The friends and family who had gathered in the lighthouse watched in awe, knowing that they had witnessed something extraordinary. From that day on, whenever the lighthouse shone at night, the fairies danced in its light, and a small robin could be seen perched at its highest window, watching over the sea and sending blessings to all who sailed beneath its glow. And anyone who stood in the lighthouse's light, with a heart full of hope, could make a wish, and, just like magic, it would come true. Bye for now, little ones. Until next time.